Hello and welcome to this little unboxing video. I have 5 little toy cars to open up and take a look at, so why don't we get on with that, shall we? These are the 5. We've got a Tamika Hornet, you know, the old Tamiya racing car, the radio control car from the 80s, classic. Absolute classic is that one. Well, this is a little toy cast, that die-cast toy car of it. I've got my first ever Mini GT. I've got an old Loot Crate exclusive in the form of the Supernatural Impala. I've got a cheap piece of rubbish from Temu to have a look at. And we've got this, which I was going to keep as a surprise, but I dare say it'll make the thumbnail, so yeah, it comes in a Mattel box, as you can see. It's a Hot Wheels. That's as much as I'm going to say before we get to opening it. So, let's get the ball rolling, shall we? I think I'm going to have a bit of fun with these. There we are, now you can see me and you can see them, and that's all fun, isn't it? All groovy, baby. Right, I'm going to move the ones to the side that I'm not opening right now. Okay. And so we're going to start with this one that I got from Temu. This is the first one that we're going to open, this little cheap piece of poop. Assuming it's a cheap piece of food. You just do assume that, don't you, when you're ordering something from Temu or AliExpress. You don't expect good quality from there, do you? As you can see, it arrived in a bit of a state. The box is far from mint. It's a little bit squashed in places, because they send everything in grey plastic bags, don't they? They don't bother putting anything in a box. Yeah, now this did arrive in this wrapper as well, so it was shrink wrapped when it came to me. But in order to show you the lovely close-ups that's probably on screen now, or just been on screen, I had to take it out of this because you've got that sticker covering one side, that covering another, that covering another, and that just left this little bit here visible for you to see. So it wouldn't have made for, you know, a nice presentation had I left that on. So yeah, let's get into this now then, shall we? Go. Okay, so inside the box it comes, there we go, in a plastic clam. What's a plastic clam, Gareth? No, it comes in a plastic clam. To protect it in transit. There's no bits falling off it, and I can't hear anything rattle, so it may well have succeeded in that job. Let's get the camera out and put this back in the box. There we go. Now, when I ordered this, it did say on the listing 1/64 scale, and I thought it was 1/64 scale, but as you can see when it's arrived, it's actually 1/43, which is bigger. I'm not sure if this is really going to fit in with my 143 collection, because at the moment all of my 143s are Well, they're the Corgi Vanguards, you know, the Ford Escorts, Cortina. I've got a Land Rover as well, you know, police Land Rover. So I suppose maybe I'll go with the police Land Rover. I don't. No, probably not. But it's a pretty cool thing. Pretty cool. I suppose it might go with the Godzilla stuff, mightn't it? Might do. Willie's Jeep and all that lot. So I like the detail on the side of the axe and the spade, shovel. It's a lovely little model, to be fair. The detail's nice. Can't knock the detail. I will say it's not as heavy as I would have expected. Diecast. Okay, it's a diecast model. Where's the diecast? We've got a diecast hood. Yeah. The hood's diecast. This all looks plastic to me. The sides are all plastic. This is diecast, the chassis underneath. That's plastic, that's plastic. Okay, so it's pretty much all plastic except for the hood and the chassis underneath. Does have rubber tyres though. Has a nice little bit of rubber tyreage going on there. And as I've already pointed out, it does have very nice detail. Strange, because if this was bought for a child to play with, which at the price point it could well be, and the fact that it's mostly plastic, it could well be, it would fall to bits. You know, the chassis would survive and the hood would survive. This wouldn't last 2 minutes. I don't imagine that steering wheel would last 2 minutes. I don't imagine this wing mirror would last 2 minutes. I even reckon the tops of the seats would break off, to be fair. But it's not a bad looking little model, is it? It's quite nice, is that?
We seem to have lost connection with Gareth. Give us a minute while we try and lock him back down again. Here, take a look at this while we try to get him back. Okay, it looks like we've got him back. Connecting. There we go.
Suffice. Okay. Enough of that one. Let's move on and take a look at the next. And the next is going to be the Loot Crate exclusive from several years ago now. Does it say on the box when it was released? So 2015. 2015 it says on there. So yeah, it's about 10 years old now, is it? Wow. Loot Crate's been going for over 10 years, ladies and gentlemen. Wowzers. Okay, so it contains one diecast card. It's from Supernatural. Join the Hunt was not part of the series name, but it did seem to become part of it for some bizarre reason. It's the 1967 Chevrolet Impala Sports Sedan. It's in jet black. A bit of grime on top of the box. It is pre-owned, is this? I'm not sure if it's ever been out of the box. Possibly. There's some wear and damage, whatever you might want to call that, to the box. But I'm not bothered about that because I'm going to take this out of the box. And seeing as the box isn't mint, I'm probably not going to keep it either. So yeah. Let's see. So it's green light, part of their Hollywood line. Does seem a little dusty. Let's give it a quick wipe. It's a bit better. There we are. There we are. That's the model. Baby, I believe this was called in the show, wasn't it? Baby. It's got rubber tyres. You can feel it. It's got rubber tyres. Obviously, this one is mostly die-cast. The whole top half of it there's die-cast. Well, everything you can see apart from the wind mirrors, really. Wind mirrors? Wind mirrors? There are no wind mirrors. Apart from the windscreen. Which, that'll just be one piece of plastic, I imagine, in there. All this black is die-cast. But flip it over and plastic underneath. Yeah, very cool. Nice little car. Yeah, I like that. We never gave the Jeep a brum, did we? Let's have a look. Oh, that rolls quite nicely actually, does that? Yeah, yeah, we like that. Yeah, no, that's not bad. It's okay. It's actually a 2013 model. Oh, so it says underneath. Very nice. What's it say on the back of the box? Let's have a look. The classic black 1967 Chevy Impala is essentially the third home on wheels to both brothers when needed. Its trunk is stocked full of every weapon and item needed to fight against any supernatural entity on the planet. It was purchased by John Winchester and handed down to his eldest son Dean, who treasures the car. Despite near destruction, countless scrapes and bruises, and several months in storage, the Impala, like Dean and Sam themselves, never stays down for long. History. The Impala was built in Janesville, Wisconsin on April 24th, 1967. Her first owner was Sal Moriarty, who bought her for $3,999. John Winchester bought her in 1973. The price on the windshield was $2,204. This Loot Crate exclusive is a recreation of the Impala as she existed when Dean convinced John to buy her in 1973, complete with the period correct Kansas license plate on the back. Okay, fair enough. I was hoping that was actually going to be a little bit of history about the car, you know, the model of the car, rather than the actual car in the show, if you know what I mean. Oh well, there we go. I will pop that one aside now as well. Next, we're going to open Tamika Hornet. I say Tamika, it's by Takara Tomy. I say Tamika, but it could well be Tomika, because it's Tomy and it's a car. So could it be Tomika? Oh well, I like the sound of Tamika and it sounds more Japanese, so I'm going with Tamika. This is the Hornet, as designed by Tamiya and released by Tamiya for countless years in the 80s, as a remote control, radio control, little car. I want this little. It was, you know, it was quite big back then, wasn't it? This is a little mini one. This was ordered in. I saw this while I was browsing the stores in Japan, and I ordered this because I thought it looked pretty cool. And I now see they do an entire range of them. I've already got another one on the way. Oh dear, what am I like? What am I like? So yeah, it looks like I've started something with this. I just hope it's half decent when I open it. Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so first thing on top of the box there is, oh my god, it turns as well. Is a replica of the handset, of the remote control handset for the toy of the 80s. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, you would set it going and whatnot by that. Not steer it with that, wouldn't you? Sorry, yeah, you'd steer it with that. Does that work? Right, no. The trigger which sets it going doesn't move, but yeah, the steering function does. That's interesting. I never expected that to be in there. That's different. Okay, the car is smaller than I was expecting. I suppose it's 1/64 scale if it was a full-size car. The box is deceiving because the box is this big. The car only takes up 1/3 of it. What's this bit for? What's all that for? Okay, let's move that aside. That's cool. That's really cool. Now, I dare say I'm not going to have that on display, so I'm going to pop that back in the box. As cool as it is, and it is cool. So again, very light. There's not much weight there, although you could tell it is die-cast, and the die-cast aspect is all of this here. Yeah. And the bottom's plastic. So all this at the bottom you can see there is plastic. That's the die-cast part on top. Ooh. Normally when you put something near your lips you can tell if it's hot or cold, so the spoiler is plastic as well. That's pretty sweet, isn't it? That looks so cool, does that? Plastic wheels, sadly. I would have liked them to be in rubber. They're plastic wheels. Anytime, baby! I like that. That's just fun, isn't it? That's fun in a box. What do you think to it? Like that one? I kind of do. I think that's pretty sweet. I never had one of these as a child. I had something similar. I don't know if it was Tamiya. I don't know if it was a Tamiya one or something else, but I had something like this, but it wasn't this one. But it still evokes that sense of nostalgia that this was most likely designed to do. It's brilliant. That's great, is that? I do like it. Okay, next item on the agenda is going to be a Mini GT, and it's my first Mini GT. This one is a Nissan Skyline GTR, top secret. Is the model top secret? I don't know what the top secret is referring to on this. And it's in Bayside Blue, apparently. Nice. I mean, at a glance, that could easily be a Subaru Impreza, couldn't it? At a first glance. Loving the logo on the back there, that foil sticker, hollow foil. And they have to put those on because there are a lot of fake Mini GTs on the market now, replicas of them. Because these don't come cheap, strangely enough. Even though it's just the size of a Hot Wheels car, these don't come cheap. Although not all Hot Wheels cars come cheap, do they? Yeah. Right, let's have a look at this then. I seem to see the average price for these is £15 to £20. I've no idea why. I've never had one before, so I don't know what to expect from it. I do think £15 to £20 is expensive for a 1/64 scale car. I did get this a little bit cheaper. I ordered it from Japan, and even with the shipping, it worked out considerably cheaper than that. But in this video, you're going to get my first reactions and honest opinion of what I think of it. So, yeah. Oh, and I don't know. I'll say this just in case there's anyone watching that's no idea what Mini GTs are. Like Hot Wheels are made by Mattel, Mini GTs are made by TSM Model Scale Miniatures. Okay. And so it comes in a very similar packet to the Jeep, actually. You get a cardboard box, and then inside the cardboard box, it's in a clamshell. Okay, it looks nice. Yeah, it looks quite nice as that. The base is plastic on that one. No, it's die-cast. Sorry, I take that back. So we've got a die-cast base under there. Turn it around so you can see what it says on there. It says Mini GT up at the top there, and Made in China at the bottom. And then in white writing, it says 1999 Nissan Skyline GTR. And then in brackets, R34. And used under license. There's some very nice detail on it. Very nice detail. It's got Fusion on the front corner there. And I don't know how it's coming across on camera, but this is supposed to, I think it's supposed to look like carbon fibre. And this bit here, it's got that kind of effect. It's not black, it's not grey, it's got that stripe to it, a bit like carbon fibre does. Nice detail on the wheels. Rubber tyres. Very nice detail on the back there as well. License plate says Top Secret. There isn't one on the front. And I think across the back there it says ORC Fusion. ORC Fusion. It's nice. It's like there is a metallic fleck in the paint, so it's like metallic blue, which I'm assuming is this Bayside blue. But it's nice. It's impressive. I don't know if it's 15 to 20 quid impressive, but it's nice. Can't go wrong with a Skyline, can you? Nice that. I like it. Okay, main event. It's Hot Wheels time. Hot Wheels time. Yes, it's one of those. As you can see, it is the Dodge Tradesman. They do come really well packaged, don't they? It's got to be said. It's got to be said. Bumf! Lots of bumf! Not for use with Hot Wheels sets. Trust me, the price that you pay for these things, you are not going to throw it around a plastic track. Non-compatible, apparently. Okay, so now I have already had this out of the box. Has to be said. In all honesty. It comes in this rather tropical looking box. Oh, rather the lid is quite tropical looking. When I say tropical, I think it's because of the colours and, you know, the leaves and the sun and that little tiki design there. It certainly looks quite tropical to me. It reminds me of pineapples and coconuts and things like that. Don't know if it should do and whether or not that's some kind of misappropriation of culture, but it does. Okay, it just does. That's what senses it evokes in me. If you don't like that, tough. Right, okay, on the back it says, imagine hopping into the comfort of your 1970s Dodge Tradesman, turned Tiki themed. See? Turned Tiki themed wave chaser after a long day in the lineup. Opening hours reveal the perfect interior for those epic getaways where you can chillax in comfort and watch the sunset after hitting some monster waves. So I'm guessing it's something to do with surfing. The batik style graphics wrought with a funky tribal energy gleam off the shimmering brown Spectraflame paint. Oh, it's brown. It looked a very different colour to me. This van has a vintage Southern Californian surf vibe like no other. Okay, there we are. It does look pretty cool. All those designs on the top of the box look quite nice. I think they could have got away with maybe some brighter colours, but you know what I'm like for bright colours. You know, I think it's cool. It does look cool. Never mind. Okay, let's take off the lid, shall we? Drum roll. There we go. See, I thought orange. I can see brown now that it said that, but I did think orange. Oh, suits you, sir. It's very nice, isn't it? It's very, very nice. As you can see, it's got opening doors there. Lovely Real Rider rubber tyres. And that gorgeous Spectraflame paintwork. Very, very nice. Part of the Red Line Club. Even though they don't have red lines on the wheels, they really should have, shouldn't they? And does it say anything underneath? Ram, Dodge and related logos, vehicle model, names and trade dress are trademarks of FCA US LLC and used under license by Mattel Incorporated. Copyright 2025. Okay. It was really interesting, wasn't it? I'm so glad they put this information on them. So yeah, that's a pretty cool looking model, is that. Shall I see if I can get the lid off so we can take a look at it? I haven't got any further than this. That I don't really take them out of the box. This will be living in its box, to be honest with you, in its case, in this case. I shan't be taking it out after this, if I can get it out.
A few moments later.
There we go. Now, it does look from the underneath like it is screwed onto the base. Yeah. Screwed onto the base, so I don't need to hold it on, which is nice because I don't want to cover it in greasy fingerprints. Yeah, you can see it much clearer now. What I don't think you could tell in the case, or I couldn't anyway, is that obviously you've got your colour banding going around the middle, but just above and just below there's also a strip of like tiki designs, which you can just about make out now that you couldn't before. I couldn't before anyway. How gorgeous is that? Shall we see whether or not we can open them doors? Okay. So you can see there's a fully decorated interior in there as well. Show you the right end, it'd be easy, wouldn't it? Padded door interiors. A bed there in the back. A small, very small living area or sitting area in the middle. Very nice, very cool. Don't know if that closes. No, that doesn't open and close. What does it? I don't want to push it in and break it just to find out that it doesn't. So the sunroof stays as exactly as it is. Okay. Very, very nice. I'm happy with that as well. Although I would have been very disappointed if I hadn't been, considering how much they charge for these damn things. Back into its coffin. Forever it shall go. Alright, so that's the unboxing lineup for today. Which one was your favourite? I know quite well which one mine was. Answers in the comments. Which one was your favourite of today's die-cast models? Eh? Was it the Hornet? Was it the Jeep? Was it the sedan? Was it the Mini GT Skyline? Or was it the Hot Wheels Dodge van? Let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching. I hope you had a great time. And you'll join me again in another one of these videos. And until then, take care. And bye-bye. You know, I was just about to get into the shower, and as I was stepping in, I was like, hang on a minute, I haven't finished. I haven't added the acknowledgements and thank yous to all those that support the channel. So I quickly ran straight from the shower and sat down here because I need to say thank you to my Patreon supporters. That's LOWBOT, Steve and Ben Chapman. And thank you so much to all three of you. YouTube channel members, of course, as well. We've got Mario White, LOWBOT, double dip in there, I see, sir. Stuckinside, Dominic Nisbet, JoshyyBoyyToys, Excelsior's Domain, Phil Atkin, Blackadder, not I, Dezimondo, and Flav. I think that's everyone. Yep. Thank you all so much. I could do this without you, but you know, I appreciate the fact that you helped me out. Right, okay. And of course, thank you to everyone who's watching. You know, I wouldn't bother doing this if it wasn't for everybody else. So thank you all. Right, I'm going to go get in that shower now.